Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Hello everybody, welcome to the technical analysis of the Forex market from the ForexPeaceArmy.com. Well, we will continue to discuss the situation on the euro currency and start as usual from the daily time frame. Well, yesterday we said that market has reached some support areas around between the 50% support and 618 support from the whole swing to the upside, and we said that probably market could show some retracement at least to the 3.8 resistance of the whole swing down. That's around 138, 138.50 area. So that has happened. Market has shown this pullback, but later has returned right back. Now in general on the daily time frame we see that it just stands in the range of that bar. Okay, it's 136.04, 138.66. You can see the inside trading session. Today's trading session probably will be also inside one. But when the market is forming some inside trading sessions side by side, when it tells us that probably it building it accumulating the energy for the further breakout in one or other direction. Again, in general, this is the sign that market is ready for the continuation of the move, and this move could be really thrusty. Well, but where this move will happen, in what direction, the clue could give us the intraday charts. Well, because on the daily time frame we do not see any significant patterns currently. Well, if we treat this consolidation of the market as the pennant price action, then probably we could expect some further acceleration to the downside. Okay, but still we need some confirmation. We need some additional confidence that could tell us that in what directions really happen in the next move. Well, on the 4-hour time frame, what do we see? That is our trading plan for the yesterday's trading session. We said that market probably will show some retracement, and this could be the excellent context for the bread and butter sell trade, because this is really impressive thrust to the downside on the 4-hour time frame. If market will hit some significant area of resistance, this will be the nice opportunity to enter short with the target at least 618 support from the converse move, from the opposite move of that retracement. So that happens at 100%. Okay, so this market really has reached this confluence resistance area, almost has reached this between 138 138.50 area, and turns to the downside, has hit the 618 support from that swing to the upside. But what could happen next? First of all, take a look that 4-hour time frame trend is bullish currently. So it tells us that probably market could show some deeper retracement. This could be the larger A, B, C, D pattern with the target 138.81 in the agreement with this confluence resistance area. So I can't exclude that moment that this will be A, B, C, D. Okay. Next opportunity, as we said, this could be the butterfly on the 4-hour time frame. This will be initial swing of the butterfly, the left wing. Okay. This could be. Now market could start to show and to form some right wing with the deeper move to the downside, hitting, for instance, as we said, discussed yesterday, the 618 support. Okay, and then could turn to a real reversal, real deeper retracement, maybe even to the 140 areas we discussed yesterday. That's also possible, since, as we said, this thrust is really nice and market still has some upside momentum, and due to this momentum market could show deeper retracement. This is very common for the markets when it shows the initial punch after the thrust, long-term thrust to the upside. Very often after that market makes and shows deeper retracement. It's at least will be the 50% or even 618 to the 140 area. This is very probable and we can't exclude that. Now on the daily time, on the 4-hour time frame, what we see, trend is bearish currently. That is our initial pattern, A, B, C bottom. Market hit 100% shallow retracement and hit 127. Now, well, after that it turns to the downside. Also pay attention that market has hit 618 support from this move to the upside. That is the target of the bread and butter trade, and that was also in agreement with that pattern, A, B, C top, 100% stands 136.79. So that was an agreement. Market now turns to the upside. How we could act in such environment? Well, since 4-hour time frame trend suggests that this could be the deeper move to the upside, well, I think that market could reach at least this area, 137.97. This is the 618 extension from that ABCD. This will be very common for for the butterfly. So if market even has started to form the butterfly buy on the 4-hour time frame, it should show some significant retracement of that swing, because butterflies suggest the rather deep retracement inside the second swing. Okay, and that target is very suitable for that purpose. So this tells that probably market could reach that area. If market will not take out that high and reverse down, take out that C point, okay, and by that action will erase this ABCD potential pattern, this tells that probably the butterfly becomes more reliable and more probable. Okay, it's very thin discussion. It's very thin view on the market. Sorry, a lot of nuances here, since we just now are digging in retracements on the hourly time frame. Okay, so if you are bullish and you would like to trade in intraday charts on the long side of the market, I think that it's better to wait when the 4-hour time frame turns bullish. When this will happen, during this swing to the upside, the market will show it's a bit further. And if it will show it's a bit further. In such environment, you could use some shallow retracement on the 5-minute chart, on the 15-minute chart of that swing to enter on the long side of the market with the stops below this initial point of this swing to the upside. Again, when the hourly time frame trend will turn bullish, when the MACD will show the bullish trend on the hourly time frame, you probably could try to do that. Well, the nearest target of this potential trade will be that 618, since we do not know currently will market continue to the upside right to this 100%, or it will start to form the butterfly buy and now reverse to the downside from that area. But that area should be very probable that will be reached by the market. Okay, if you are bearish, you probably, if you are close to your yesterday's positions, then probably you better wait for the reaching of that area and watch for the sell signals in that area, since this is rather strong area of resistance, this circumference resistance, an agreement of that ABCD pattern. This could turn to the godless 222 pattern on the 4-hour time frame. Well, other words, this scenario where some sell signals could appear easily. Well, that's the first scenario. The second scenario, if market will reverse in that area and starts move to the downside, well, you probably could try to place stop above that area and in anticipation of the butterfly buy pattern. Although the classical rules and theory tells that it's very unsafe and it's very unsafe to anticipate the harmonic patterns and trade in the anticipation. Still, this probably could be done, but the risk is much greater in that case. Well, that's very nuanced environment currently on the market. It's very dangerous and unsafe to trade these swings, but this could be done if you will control your risk and watch for some clearer patterns on the lower time frames, on the 5-minute chart, maybe on the 15-minute chart. Okay, that's been said. In general, a market could show the deeper retracement. Well, and this deeper retracement could come either from ABCD pattern or from the 4-hour time frame butterfly buy. In the first scenario, market should reach that area. In the second, market probably will reach only 618 target from that ABCD. Okay, and then reverse down and hitting some deeper support area on the daily time frame. And only after that this retracement could happen. So if you would like to trade on the long side of the market, wait when the 4-hourly time frame will turn bullish, and then use nearest resistance, support area of that recent swing to the upside to enter on the long side of the market. The minimum target is right here. So when the market will start to accelerate further, you could try to place your stop to the break-even and just watch how market will behave in that area. If you are bearish, you could act twofold. First, wait for the reaching of that area. If this will not happen and market will start reversing that area, you could probably try to enter short and place stop somewhere above that. because if market will continue move to this area, then your stop will be triggered if you are placing somewhere closer. The stop should be above that area. So it's a bit confusing explanation, but pay attention closely what I have said just currently. Also, the choice is up to you, but keep your risk reasonable, and wait for the clear patterns on the lower time frames, because trading such swings during the retracement on the intraday chart is very tricky business.